Bitcoin to 12K, crypto collapse explained, Bitcoin massive dump. Man, YouTube is just really feeling bearish right now, but I'm not. Wow, some of these stories, right? So I'm not sure exactly what all these guys are looking at, but our system's been working out pretty good because we just nailed 18.6K as a buy opportunity and we're in profit. And in fact, I'm going to show you today why I think that 22,000 is actually in the cards over the next, say, week. Road Dog Crypto. Guys, welcome back to Road Dog Crypto. My name is Lane, your crypto road dog, and I'm here to help guide you through these crazy times in Bitcoin. Now, the system we've been using here at the channel has been working quite well, and it's really actually very simple, and I'll go over with you why that is actually working. Let's take a quick listen and see what we said about 6 days ago. The future that we can expect for Bitcoin is a further drop to the downside. Bottom here about $18,692, and that's what happened. So let's just kind of zoom out and go over this again. We had a rising channel. We took the measured move from that. We put it at the breakout, and that gave us our very accurate target here of 18.6K, 18.7, just depending on which chart that you're actually looking and what exchange. Price action eventually came down there, hit it once, came back up, going to the 4-hour here on Coinbase, and actually had that pattern match up, another rising wedge, and we took the measured move from that and put it down. That gave us right back to our same measured move as before. We came down, actually went just a little bit lower there, and I'll explain what's going on there in just a second. But we did well. The whole point is not to say anyone doing TA on this channel is just a genius. It's just saying the technical analysis works. If we zoom out, take a look at the bigger picture, we can actually get some very accurate moves without having to deal with all the little day trading 7-15-minute strategies that are out there. So while they're still trying to figure things out, we've already got a good idea where things are heading a week ahead of time, and I'll use that to my advantage. But the real question on everyone's mind is what's going to happen next? And let's take a look at that. Now, if we go down to the smaller time frames, and I'll even come down to the 15-minute just to prove this point here, we had a drop in Bitcoin and it started making another trend line, right? It actually started making a falling kind of megaphone kind of pattern. Then it broke down, ended up doing a bear trap right here, which is a very positive sign. And you see how we have this trend line here. It broke out, came back in, broke out to the upside. Some people call this a bump and run, okay? It's another little small pattern that can play out, but we are on the upside. We came down, we bounced off of our measured move target. And if we zoom back out, and I'm just only going with the 4-hour right here, what we are overall doing is just making a large double bottom pattern. Now, you will hear a lot of people claiming that we're going to go down 15,000, 10,000. It's not even worth looking at until we break this bottom point right here, 17.8, whatever our bottom was. Until we come down and touch that line, there's no reason to ask, are we going lower? We've got to break that point first, and we're not seeing the signs that we got enough strength to do that. This humongous drop that we had right here that just scared the whole market. 3 Arrows, Capital, Celsius, Terra Luna, all that collapsed. We even had the Russia-Ukraine situation going on right here. And now everybody is scared that we're going to break that point without any big news catalyst. What's really going on here is the same thing that we go through about every month, and it's where Wall Street is tied in on this. And we got the FOMC meeting coming out, we got the interest rate, and all that data that is being released. You have market makers, you have whales, you've got people that are wanting to buy Bitcoin at a cheaper price that are driving the prices down, trying to scare everybody. And what happens? They start gobbling it back up, and then after the news comes back out, we start going back up to the upside. That's a trend that you're going to see happen repeatedly during this bear market bottom situation that we're in right now. And again, I'll say it again, whether you believe that we've hit the bottom or not, we're so close to that bottom area, it's going to be hard to screw it up too bad, even if you make some bad decisions. And in my opinion, again, I will restate this again, if you're not actually trading in on this is still an excellent time to begin a dollar cost average strategy, just buying a little bit at a time, regardless of what your overall strategy is. It's hard to beat the DCA for long-term investments. So that's a safe way to play it. But for the traders out there, I got some good news for you. Let me show you what we looked at before and what I see happening now. We kind of basically took that route where we came back down to this trend line, and we're expecting this to confirm and eventually bounce to the upside. Now I can get rid of some of this mess that I have on my screen here. All right, now that looks a little bit better. Overall, we're kind of in a falling channel here. And within this channel right now, we have a rising wedge pattern. What's so special about this is that not only did we break down past this pattern to touch another more major trend line, it created a bear trap here, and we are exiting this pattern. We've got a confirmation on our 1 hour that this pattern is valid. So what we can expect from this point is a measured move, taking our measurement from the top of this pattern to the bottom, putting that to our breakout area. That leads us over here to an area right around 22,200. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark that. And so now we have our measured move target right up here. 22,207 is technically what I got on it. That is a zone. It does not have to hit to the dollar exactly. That's to give us a target. So for anyone that feels a little brave right now, it's a great time to get in. Now this pattern does pull back, and what that means, it can either retest this level, this exact price area where it broke out around 19,400, or it can actually come back and retest this actual trend line. Could bring us back down to this 18,800 area again. But after it does a retest, it should continue on up. Looking at a little resistance about this area, about 20,500, just a little bit below it. Hopefully we can flip that into support and then start moving up to our target area, which will be a 22.2. It looks like this is going to take it a little while to play out, so maybe another 7, 8, 9 days. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes on this. The market is kind of scared, but we should see a big turn in this come Wednesday when they release all the data. Looking quickly on the larger time frames, I'm on the 12-hour right here. We're kind of going back to this double bottom theory right here with what we talked about possibly playing out, eventually working our way back up to around the $25,500 area. That's what we really got to keep our eye on. That's the point that we want to actually break and confirm as support to see any kind of larger move up to, say, around the $30,000 area. That's the confirmation we need to actually get a larger move. But truth be told, based on experience of what I see on the charts and experience with the past bear markets, I honestly believe that we are looking at a zone right around here between about 17.6 and up to about 25,000 as a potential area just to trade sideways for a long, long time. This strategy also plays into the Wyckoff accumulation methods that a lot of the larger players on Wall Street have traditionally used, and we'll get into a little bit of that a little bit later. But right now, things are looking good in my book for a pump up, and I know there's a lot of contradicting indicators out there, like the double X's that we got here on the weeklies on Market Cipher, kind of indicating some downward. But I'm telling you what I'm seeing on the weekly, we are a little extended. We're looking for probably some sideways motions, but we still have some upswing here. Our RSI levels are coming in at 29 for the weekly. That's very low. And again, just to kind of show you the whole manipulation thing that's going on when they're releasing all these numbers, look at all these blood diamonds and all these yellow X's here on Market Cipher all around the time that they released this. So for me, just looking at this, I see this as being just this typical manipulation that we always get about this time during the months when they release this data. Things are looking a little weak on the weekly. The biggest thing that I always say that you want to keep your eye on is the DXY, the dollar index chart. It is showing some weakness here, okay? It's starting to get some rounding going on here. It's broken market structure 2 times here, and it's telling me that maybe this 110 area will be a point that we will kind of see some rejection and get a little bit of relief, but I don't see it coming down much further than 106 at the moment. So we can get some relief, but the dollar is still going to give us a little bit of a headache for a little while with Bitcoin and altcoins. So if you're trading Bitcoin, looking at Bitcoin, always keep your eyes onto the DXY index. That will give you a clue as to what will be going on with Bitcoin in the future. So in a nutshell, I'm expecting about 22.2K to be coming over this next week is my next target. That's how I'm going to be playing this. Guys, if you got any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. My name is Lane, your crypto road dog, just reminding you that, hey, if it gets to be a little too much, just zoom out and remember, you got this.
Greetings to the crypto community. We are Pseudo Anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are Pseudo Anonymous. Expect us.